Hi guys, welcome back to our video. Okay, so I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope you had a great rest of 2020. And I hope you're having a great start of 2021. Yeah, I think that covers everything. Okay, so in this week's video, we are going to be making a box. And I don't mean like a cardboard box because that'd be so complicated. Unless you cut it up and then re-put it together or something, I don't know. But anyways, we're going to be making a box out of paper. And yes, I do mean paper. And we're not going to be folding paper, we're going to be gluing paper. Still with me? Good. Okay, so what you're going to need to gather is a hot glue gun, which I'll explain in a second. Just paper, colored or non-colored, and scissors. Okay, so now that we have our supplies, maybe. Okay, so why I say maybe is you might not have hot glue gun. I don't expect people to just have them at their homes, but if you do, please use it. If you do not have it, you have the option of liquid glue, glue stick, whatever kind of glue you have. I would not recommend super glue. If you plan on using super glue, please get adult to help you. If you are adult, be very careful. But anyways, I really would, if you have access to one of these, I would really recommend using it because for what we're doing, it's not gonna, you can wait step by step for the glue to dry. Liquid glue needs time to dry, but it's more enjoyable if you can just do this instead of having to wait. And finally reach the end and be like, oh my gosh. It'd probably take more than one day, and this is a pretty quick project, so I don't want to ruin the experience for you. So if you have hot glue, please use it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the kind of box you've been making to kind of be excited for it. So I did mention a few different ways you could modify yours to make yours your own, but the way I did is to make it like this. You did not have to do this. You did not have to do double thick, but I chose to. This makes it stronger, and it also makes it so you can see it better. This box is capable of holding markers, laying sideways or up. The ledge, it goes like up. The ledge, these are pretty strong. They're not gonna break. I took hot glue in and stuff like that. Okay guys, so that covers it. Actually, we're going to start with the project now. Okay, here's the first step. You're going to take your piece of paper. This is not the paper I'm using. This is just an example piece of paper I happen to have on my desk. Okay, then you're going to take your scissors. And you're going to just cut like that. So cut exactly this way, cut exactly this way, straight. And when you're done, you should come out with a bunch of papers this size. Mine were definitely not perfect. You will hear me mention that a lot. But they're close. And yours should be too, so please give this an effort. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you should have them this way, and feel free to use any color paper you would like. Multicolor, non-multicolor, white, rainbow. You get the picture. Okay, so now pause this video, cut out your pieces of paper. One piece of paper should give you about 4 squares. For this, I ended up using way more than 4 squares. Personally, you ended up using about 8 to 10. Not exactly counting, but you get the picture. You're gonna need a lot. So I cut out 4 to 5 pieces of paper. It's not as hard as it seems, just try it. Okay guys, so now, as I mentioned, sorry I'm getting lost in my words. As I mentioned, pause this video, cut them out, and we're gonna come back and start the project. Alright guys, you should have cut your paper, and if you have not yet, please pause this video and do that. Okay, so I have, a lot of paper here that I cut. And in multiple colors, which is totally fine, just 2 colors, but still multiple. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to find my biggest piece. This guy looks pretty big, so I'm just gonna lay it down on my surface. And now, in each corner of it, I'm just going to fold it in simply like that. And I'm going to take my next piece of big paper. And I'm going to lay it out like that. So my edges are folded in, and now I'm going to put this over that. So it should be like this. Okay. Now you can take whatever glue you have, but I'm going to take my hot glue gun, and I'm just going to put a little dot right here, the very tip, and just push straight down. Just a very little amount. I don't want it to be lumpy or anything. Just put a little bit. Push straight down. Make sure you don't burn yourself through the paper or anything drastically like that. Just push straight down. And then this will leave some strings, as you can tell. Okay, and now I'm going to put dots in those 4 places again, like on the top. And I'm going to lay my sheet, and I'm going to try to center it. And I'm just going to push down. So now this is officially glued this way. You can kind of see those through on the camera, but looking at it not through the camera, you can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, and now the pieces that are hanging over right here, I'm just going to cut off. If I accidentally cut some of the pieces I don't want to cut off, that's fine. Yay. So there's that. And now I'm going to take these corners, I'm going to bend them in. And now we have a pretty stable base. But we are not going to glue this down. And now why we only put 1 dot down in each 4 corners is so that we still have this here, which is not glued. So make sure you did not glue that part down. Or if you're planning to, don't. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my next piece of paper, which is going to be my 2 skinnier ones this way, not this way. And I'm going to just put that there like that and see if that fits okay. And it does. And then I'm going to fold those 2 pieces in again to get it kind of that feel for. And now I'm going to pull that out, going to peel this part open, and bend this part up. Make sure you don't burn yourself. Okay, now I'm going to lay glue across here. I'm going to stick this right here. I'm going to fold it right on top of that. Push down. Again, it's not really centered right here, but that's perfectly fine. This box isn't going to be perfect. Okay, and I'm going to take this guy, and right on top of here, I'm going to put another line. Except I'm going to start by putting 2 dots and then a line. You guys can see that. And I'm just going to lay this right on top of that. You can kind of see it through, or at least I can. And now I still have this bottom open. So I'm going to lay this down, bend this back, put down a line of glue, and push this back over. You can kind of see how it's still fine. Now I'm going to take this And I'm going to bend it over. Right along the crease. Yay. Now I have it like that. Okay. So now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Except now, you might be getting confused. Make sure you still have this part down. Okay. So I have this part here. So I'm going to bend back. I'm going to grab my skinnier one. Gonna lay down my glue. Put it down. Line it up a little bit. And push. Great. Now I'm gonna put down my next line of glue. My 2 dots. Dot. Dot. Line. And I'm going to put it down my edge. So now you should have it looking like this. And now I'm going to glue this part, putting it down, sending that back, and laying out my glue, and then bending that forward. Now I'm going to look at it. I'm going to start to look at it though. I have to bend this at the crease where I want it. Bend those guys down. And now I have it like this. And now I'm going to cut. I'm just going to cut these. As you can see, they're not very good. I'm just going to cut straight across. Probably not going to end up straight as I want it, but that's okay. I just want to get rid of that overlap. Great. Now I'm going to remove all those. Now it's starting to take form as a box, except the walls are still kind of tall, but that's okay right now. Okay, so now I have 2 pieces of paper left that are cut, these 2. So what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to make the wall, which is a little bit complicated because I have 2 pieces of paper left, but that's okay. These 2 should still be split apart. So you have the option. You can either do that and like actually bend them and make that, like make a floor nicer. Or you can just leave them. Or you can cut them shorter, it's your choice. But right now I'm going to focus on my walls. And to do that, I'm going to glue this like here. That way. So I'm going to go on my glue gun, and I'm going to glue a straight line across here. Great. And I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to move my cup, put it straight down across there. And I'm going to take these ends and turn them off, and the hot glue should be on there. If it's not very sticky anymore, you left it too long or it doesn't have a very stable grip, apply more. Yay. So now it looks like something. You can't even make something up of your animation. Matt, you can't even, like, it just doesn't look like anything. Okay. Now I'm going to hold it up and just give it that kind of crease by just folding it. Just gonna fold it a little in. Great. Oh, now I'm just gonna leave that for a minute. Okay. So now I'm going to take these, and I am not deciding. I just want to cut these. So this is the part where you need to make your decision if you're going to do the inside like this or not. It's up to you. There's multiple ways you can make a box. This is just one of them. I'm not going to recommend that though, because I'm going to recommend keeping them this way so they stay thick. But it's your choice. So now that you made your decision, pause the video. If you're doing the other way, take these, bend them right here, and fold them down to make a nice floor for it. If not, don't pause the video unless you want to, and just follow me. So you're just going to put a straight line across. You can see I'm a little bit further away from the edge. Now I'm going to push that down before it dries. Now I'm going to repeat this step on the other side. Just going to put some straight, not exactly at the edge. I push down. Beautiful. Now I'm going to have these, and I'm going to bend them again because they're losing their bend a little. I'm going to put some here because that is did not get a good coat of glue. Okay. Now I'm going to get ready to fold this part up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue and I'm just going to go straight across along that crease as well as you can. And try to do it rather quickly so your glue doesn't dry. Perfect. And now I'm just going to fold that up against there where I want it. There's no really redoing this step, so I'll make sure you don't get it stuck in some weird spot that you can't get it from. And now it's starting to detach, so I'm just going to hold this. If you want, you can set it down like this. Okay. The reason I recommend hot glue for this, again, is because you want it to dry quickly. This hot glue is drying very quickly. Liquid glue is going to take a while. Okay. Now, going to look, I'm going to use a hole here. So I'm just going to take my glue and just going to kind of fill that. Not perfect, but better. Which is all that we are looking for. Okay, now I'm going to take it and just keep this part on the ground and bend it around without breaking it. So now it should look like that. So now I'm going to take my glue, put a straight line right there. I'm just going to bend this over, create an edge. Perfect. Maybe put a little bit more at the top to really keep that beautiful seal. And now I will repeat the same thing on the other side. Glue. Perfect. And the spots that need a little bit more, redo that. Okay. I am going to do the same thing on the other side. And I'm going to cut this part even to the rest of it. And again, if you wanted the wall shorter, just feel free to cut them. So you can actually stop here if you don't want to go any further. This is already pretty stable if you want to prop it up on your desk or something like that. Lay it down. It's a good place where if you have a bunch of dry erase markers, you can just lay them down in it. So you can just stop here if you'd like. Or you can repeat the next step, taking your paper and adding it. Now, either way, I recommend doing this. I'm gonna put a line across here, put a line out, and put a line in. Tip the best you can. My hot glue gun is basically out, so it's not gonna make the last one, but I recommend putting a line along here. And gonna do that. Alright guys, once you've done that, you're at the final stage where you can add your last piece, which I have now done. If you're not sure how, just rewatch that part, which, trust me, it's not that hard. Now, I really like the final product. So now you have a box, so you can put stuff in it. The wall should be pretty strong. Warning, if you did use any other glue besides hot glue gun, it may not be dry yet, so you might want to leave it. You might want to take this process a little slower to let things dry. Okay, so I really like this how it is, but I do want to make one adjustment to mine, and you can do it to yours too. I'm going to just cut out a little bit of this wall, because I feel as if it's a little bit tall. Again, your paper and my paper will have been different sizes, so don't worry about if yours is shorter. You don't have to do this. This is just something else you can do to decorate it. And that's the final product. I really like it. Excited to use it. I hope you will get lots of use out of it and you enjoy this video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know if I should do more videos like it. And from the email that you received this link from, it would also be very helpful for me if you ever have any feedback or comments or suggestions of a type of art you would like to do or something, just email me there. Thank you again for watching this video. I hope you have a great rest of 2021, and I'll see you next week. Bye!